What's up, YouTube? It's Kenny. Wanted to talk about first of all, today is Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, November 27th. Wanted to talk about the plays that I'm going to be looking at for today and for this week. This is subject to change, and it is, dependent on what these stocks do, particularly in the next hour for some of it, and for some of it, what happens at the beginning of next week. So today we have a short day in the market. It closes at like 1 Eastern, I believe. Pre-market's already rolling right now, and I've been watching these stocks for about an hour. So here's what let me pull my tablet up here. So here's what I'm looking at. So I got 3 stocks, 1 new one that I found, and 2 that I've been kind of playing in. The first one is the one that I feel comfortable in. I feel like if I buy some of this stock today, I won't be scared to hold it until next week, until Monday. And that's NNDM, Nano Dimensions. So this company is in the 3D printing space, and they are kind of innovative, and they're kind of the only company that does really what they do. And their products used for all kinds of stuff, from robotics to chips, all kinds of microchips and stuff that it makes. But anyway, so this one, man, the pre-market, she hit $6.25 a share there for a minute. Now, ARK Invest has been investing heavily in this company, and if you don't know who ARK Invest are, they Kathy Woods runs it, and she is all about the innovation. And they've bought a ton of shares of this stock. They've got it up to like 1.5% weight in their, I believe it's their ARQ fund. And this is a stock that I believe is going to continue to go up. Now, what I'm looking for, okay, right now we're sitting at we're sitting at $6.15 a share right now. All right. What I'd like to see is for it to dip back down below $6. The other day when I made money on it, I bought it at $5. So you can see it's increased quite a bit since then. And there's a lot of hype surrounding this stock. But not only is there a lot of hype because ARK Invest has been buying it, but also it's a strong stock moving forward. So you've got kind of the best of both worlds. You can buy it, even if you bought it at its highs. You can still feel pretty confident that if you hold on to it for quite some time, it's probably going to go up. Otherwise, ARK wouldn't be buying it. So this is one that I'm looking. It's kind of up and down here in the pre-market. Let me see, where was it? It was down to 550 in the pre-market. Yeah, it was down to 550 at one point. I'm looking for this to drop back below $6. If it doesn't, I may even buy some anyway. And it's possible what happens sometimes is when the market actually opens and shifts from pre-market to regular market, that there could be a big pullback, and it could become oversold and then bounce back from there. And I don't know. We'll see what happens in the pre-market as to whether I wait and see what happens after the market opens, or if I buy some in the pre-market. So NNDM, that's one that I'm looking to play. It's up to 620 now. That's one that I'm looking to play potentially today. Okay. Now the other ones, one of the other ones here is CIIC, and that is Arrival. They are going to be an EV maker. They have a big contract with UPS overseas in the UK, and they're about to open a micro factory in the US. They have this whole micro factory thing that they're big about. And they make buses and kind of vans like what a UPS would use. There's a lot of hype surrounding this, and just yesterday a video came out from Jack Spencer Investing, and he interviewed the president, and I liked what I heard in the interview. And this stock has moved up significantly. It's one of these hyped up EV stocks that just keeps running and running and running. Right now in the pre-market, it closed yesterday at $25.95, or Wednesday at $25.95. In the pre-market right now, we're at $26.45. It's kind of high because when I made money on it the first time, I got in around 17. So it's kind of high. It could be due for a pullback, or it could run like these stocks have been doing. It could run another 60-80%. Who knows what could happen? It could double. So I'm being a little bit cautious with that one because of how much higher it is than the last time I bought it. But it is a potential stock to play for next week. That's CIIC. That's a SPAC play, a special purpose acquisition company. And so here's another SPAC that I just found that is a battery maker for EVs. And you know, if you're paying attention to the market, these EV stocks and the SPACs about surrounding the EV market have been just hot. You know, I mean, they've just been running up 50, 60, 70, 80% when people get a hold of them and find out about them. And this one is THCB, Tuscan Holdings, okay? Now, SPAC starts out at $10, so they say that the lowest it can go is $10. I'm not exactly sure how that works, to be honest with you. But this one is just now starting to hype up. Like, I saw a few videos about it, and it's only sitting at $12.95. It popped up for a minute. It looks like a short squeeze. Popped up to $15.69 in the pre-market. It closed on Wednesday at $11.48, and it's up in the pre-market 12%. And this is a scary one for me to try to play today because of the short day moving into the weekend. So I would have to hold it over the weekend until Monday. But if something crazy starts happening, I will buy some of it. I've got about $1,700 to play with that's freed up in my account, and NNDM is the main one I'll be looking to play, and THCB is probably, you know, I may put a small amount into it just so I can start a position in case it does run up big. I have something to average into. So that's what I'm looking at for today, probably NNDM, and I may make a small position in this THCB, and you know, and looking forward to seeing what happens with them next week. THCB, you know, like I said, in the pre-market, it's sitting at $12.98. And if you do a little bit of research and you think that this company might be one of the next big EV runners, because it does seem like a pretty solid company. I mean, they've already got products on the market and stuff. But the merger is not guaranteed on this one yet. You know, they're in pre-merger talks and stuff like that. But the hype train could start. And if you believe in that and you think that the hype train could start, it might be a good time to make a small position. Something to average into. You know, that way if it shoots up, you can buy some more. And those lower priced shares will bring your cost average down. You know, or maybe hit it hard. You know, I mean, it's up to you. Use your own instincts. Use your brain. Use your instincts. My brain is telling me that this one is kind of dangerous. This is the THCB, and anything could happen with it. My instincts are telling me it might be a good short-term play. With CIIC, my brain's telling me that it's kind of high. It feels kind of high right now. It feels like it already had a big run and it's kind of high and could be due for a pullback. My instincts are also telling me that it could be due for a pullback. So I'll be watching that one to see what happens. NNDM, my brain tells me that this is a good buy going forward, that even if I end up having to hold that for a year, I'll make money on it in the long run. And my instincts are telling me the same thing. My brain is also telling me there's a possibility that this thing could run up to $8, $9 in the next month. You know, that's not a guarantee or anything. And obviously, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a truck driver. But, you know, I watch these stocks on my tablet. I got my watch list. I know it's hard to see. I don't have all the fancy stuff that all these other guys have. But, you know, I watch them all on my tablet and I try to see how they behave. You know, how do they behave? What do they do from week to week? And then these short-term plays, you know, you just kind of got to ride the hype, man. When you see, if you can catch one, like I think I've caught this THCB early. If you can catch one early, you know, when those first few videos start to come out, and one of them comes out from a bigger YouTuber, you know, and then there's several from smaller YouTubers, when these start to come out, at least right now with the way these SPACs and the EV stocks are going, it takes people a few days to catch on, you know, especially like right now we just had Thanksgiving, everybody's full. Who knows how many of these retail investors are really paying attention to the market today and watching YouTube today and stuff. So these videos that came out yesterday, a lot of them haven't been seen yet, and a lot of the bigger YouTubers haven't jumped on to this yet. So it might be a good time with THCB to make a small position, or, you know, if you got a lot of conviction on it and your instincts and your brain are telling you to go for it, maybe to make a little bit of a larger position and hold on and see what happens over this next week. You know, I mean, there's some downside. You could lose some money, but you could also come out big, you know, 50, 60, 80% when people catch on to this SPAC. So that's what I'm looking at. NNDM, I'm pretty sure I'm going to make a position in that today, and I'm going to be paying attention to these other two to see what happens throughout the day and into next week. Thanks for watching.